Hi folks, Aaron here from Aaron's Practical Reviews. Today I want to talk about something that's way different than normal, and that is intermittent fasting. It's something that I tried for about 4 to 5 months, and I want to talk about what it is, how it worked for me, and if it's something that I would do again, and I want to share my results about that. So first, let's get into what it is. It's basically just not eating for an extended length of time, or as I like to say, eating in my eating windows. So in other words, a 4-hour period of the day where I could eat. So for me, typically, I would fast for say 16 hours without eating anything. I would drink a lot of water. I could drink coffee, but I wouldn't have any calories over say 30 calories in that time at one time. That would break my fast, and then I would eat in that 4-hour window quite a bit. And basically, that's all it is. It's not something you pay for. It's free, which is awesome. But it's something that you do yourself, and it's self-monitored, and it's just all about how long you can go and how your eating windows are and how many days in a row you do it. And that's it. That's all intermittent fasting is. I only did this as an experiment so I could talk about it and to see if it would have health benefits for me, which I'll get into here in a minute. So this was my exact schedule. I worked 7 o'clock at night until like 6 in the morning. So I had an 12-hour shift. My eating window was about 3 to 4 hours. So I'd fast for about 20 hours. So let's say if I had to leave the house at say 6:15 to go to work, I would stop eating at around 6. So I'd eat from say between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock, that 4-hour window. And I would eat quite a bit in that window. So typically I would have a protein shake, have eggs, have a lot of protein. I had to have a lot of protein to sustain myself through that time. Now initially I didn't start at 20 hours. I started at like 12, then got up to 14. It was hard. The beginning of it was really hard because I'm just so used to, I'm hungry, I want to eat, I eat. And that's just basically how I've always been. But gradually I got up to where I could go 16 to 20 hours without eating, and I wouldn't break down and have to just stop somewhere and eat, or just go get food. And it was tough at first. Once I got there, I could do it, and I would do it for 5 days. I wasn't going super hard. I'd do it for like 5 days, and then I would eat relatively normal on the weekends, which meant wake up, eat something, snack throughout the day, and then eat a dinner. The first couple weeks were pretty difficult to get in the routine. Once I got in the routine, it went for probably a good 2 to 3 months straight where I was in that really solid routine of only eating in that 4-hour window 5 days a week, and then on the weekend gradual eating. So I wasn't a diehard or anything, but my results were this. I went from 225 at the beginning, and by the time when I was just finishing up, meaning summer was about to hit. The kids were going to get out of school, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay with that schedule. I had went from 225. I was about 190, so I'd lost 35 pounds doing this. Now, a lot of it was also the fact that when I was eating in my eating windows, I was making better choices. But ultimately, going that amount of time every day, I felt great. So some of the major benefits that I got from it personally, one was my stomach felt fantastic. After about 3 days, I started to notice how good my stomach felt. I'd always had major bloating, just uncomfortable. I'd always felt aware of my stomach, like it always just felt off. Something always just felt wrong. I had a lot of food allergies. I was lactose intolerant, really gassy. I just was always aware of my stomach. I'm 47. So, as I'm getting older, I am packing on some more weight in the midsection, and that really helped. I'm sure that added to a lot of the pain and stuff like that. But I'm saying the fasting helped take that away. The way that I did it, I would eat before I went to work, come home from work, then go to bed, and then wake up around like noon. When I woke up, when I was fasting, I had no energy, like just so tired when I woke up after not eating. Then I'd go down, I'd have my normal morning coffee, and that's when I would start. I'd break my fast when I woke up. I'd have a protein shake to start. Then I would have some coffee. That was basically my main diet. I either have salmon or eggs or something like that every day. And eventually it just became really routine, and the weight just started falling off. Everything just became so routine that I didn't even think about the not eating part. I just knew I was not gonna eat. That was it. Like as soon as I took the last bite of food, got my uniform on, went to work, that was it. I was done. I'm not eating again till the next day. I kind of got that mindset, and it helped me get through it. Initially, like I said, I had moments where I'd break down. If I was having a bad day or something, I would break down. But ultimately, I lost a ton of weight. My stomach felt better. It was flat again. The gassiness, the bloated, the stabbing pains that I'd have sometimes in the middle of the night. Essentially, what I realized is that I was just overeating. I noticed a lot of my inflammation and stuff went down because I wasn't bringing in all that food that I didn't need. I did notice super fatigue when I woke up after a long. Now a lot of that might be because my schedule. I work nights. I don't know. But so my experience overall was that I had some major benefits from it, especially the weight loss. Oh, and with the weight loss my blood pressure came down. Now, again, I don't know if that was also because I was making better health decisions, because I wasn't eating a lot of the stuff that I would normally, like before, it was literally seafood, eat food. It's like, I'm a little hungry, let's go chow down. I completely eliminated that, obviously, if you're not eating for 20 hours a day. All of that said, I did notice some major health benefits. Now, I stopped it a couple months ago, and I went back to some of those old habits, and I put on about 10 pounds over the last couple months. It's summertime, I'm with the kids, we're doing stuff, we're going places, eating fair food, fun stuff that makes life awesome, but it hurts you. The last 2 months, I put on about 10 pounds, so I'm back up to around the 200 range. And I want to get down to 185. I'm going to go back into the fasting, and it's something that ultimately I think I am going to stick with and do some form of it probably for the rest of my life, because of how good that my stomach area and everything felt, and the fact that I'm kind of weeding out through the process of fasting and making better food decisions. I'm weeding out things that I'm allergic to. I'm starting to notice, well, what didn't I eat here? Oh, I ate some ice cream. Oh, wow, I had stabbing pains all night. It sucks. I love ice cream, but obviously that's an issue. So it's like, it's had other health benefits. And so one of the things that I don't understand is when I see these articles that are always saying like there's no benefits to fasting. Science shows no benefits to fasting, and all these anti-fasting things. And I'm like, it's free. What is so bad about it? So what? So you're not stuffing your face for 16 hours a day. Who is against that? I don't understand. It makes you wonder, is it only because it is something that's free and somebody can't profit off it? Is that why they're so against it? I don't know. If you're drinking tons of water, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, I would just recommend this. Drink tons of water. I drink tons of water. I take 4 or 5 waters with me. I'm always drinking water, and it helps kind of with the hunger. If you initially you start going through those hunger pains or whatever, you get hangry, you're frustrated, like, I want to eat everything. But you get through that, and you do feel better. And it's just, I don't understand why anybody would be against that. All I know, I'm just reporting, I'm just reviewing my experience with it. And to me, it was definitely a positive for me. I feel healthier. I feel like it's something that is fairly simple, and it feels fairly natural after a while. Like I don't need to stuff my face every couple hours. Like I feel like I've been trained my whole life, and I feel great. Again, once you get past that initial hunger, when you first start it gets easier and easier, and you can go longer, and then I eat on the weekends. So it is something I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna start it again soon, and I'm actually gonna take it a little more serious. This time I kind of did it as a trial, thinking, oh, it's another fad, just like a million other fads. Well, this seems more like something that's kind of a life choice moving forward, and it could really have some huge health benefits. Okay, so my plan moving forward on this is I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get into a routine. Once kids go back to school, it's really hard for me when the kids are out of school, because I want to do a ton of things in the summertime with my kids, take them fun places, eat all the foods, really experience the situation. A lot of that has to do with the food. I'm not going to give that up with my kids. So when they go back to school, I go back to my fasting routine. And this time I'm going to take it a little more seriously. what I'm going to use what I learned on my last fast on as far as what foods, different proteins, healthier choices to help maximize the weight loss and to help with my energy. I got to find that mix to where I'm eating enough to where when I wake up I don't feel so tired. I think so. All that stuff you kind of iron out and you figure out. Everybody's different, so you're gonna, we all find that on our own. I think through that experience, but I definitely would recommend at least trying it. It's free. Again, if I'm not a doctor, so talk to your doctor if you're worried about it. And whatever you do, drink tons of water. That's the only advice I could give on that without feeling pretty confident that's safe advice. Drink tons of water. But yeah, it definitely worked for me personally. And this is just, I like to review things on this channel. I tried it. I have the experience to say that it worked for me. I still have more to go. And I still have more to learn. There's always stuff to learn. But just experimenting with it, I lost that kind of weight. My blood pressure dropped. I made better health eating choices. Just I had to because of the way I was doing it. And it just overall, I felt better. It's definitely a positive. So I'm going to upload again in about 6 months about this. Unless if you want more questions or you can talk to me in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have any, and I'll upload again. If you want more uploads on this, if you want to follow my progress, let me know. It's not something that I planned on doing. It's just I thought I did it, and I want to talk about it because it worked for me. And if this could help any of you, that's awesome. Healthier is always better. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and have a fantastic day.